Hello, prospective students. My name is Katherene Anguah, and I am an assistant professor in the Department of Nutrition and Exercise Physiology, NEP, at the University of Missouri. I am originally from Ghana in West Africa and got my doctoral training from Purdue University's Nutrition Science Department with emphasis on human ingestive behavior, which encompasses all eating and drinking behaviors. My lab is a nutrition lab, and we do human feeding clinical translational research studies in ingestive behavior and metabolism. In my lab, we study the influence of different dietary components, example, indigestible carbohydrates, on appetite and satiety responses, changes in the gut microbiome, and cardiometabolic risk. I'm also open to allowing students incorporate their areas of interest into our ongoing projects as applicable and feasible. We utilize a variety of techniques, including biochemical measures of appetite and metabolism, subjective measures of appetite, and food intake behavior using scales and questionnaires, anthropometrics, metabolomics, gut microbiome analysis, and brain imaging, specifically functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. As you may have guessed by now, we do a lot of meal preparation and packaging for our research participants, utilizing our state-of-the-art metabolic kitchen in Gwyn Hall, where NEP is housed, that we affectionately refer to as Munch. We are currently working on a project that is investigating mechanisms linking dietary fiber, the microbiome, and satiety to increase our understanding of the pathways through which dietary fiber improves satiety and cardiometabolic health in humans. We are specifically studying the role of dietary fiber in a pathway through effects on the microbiome, generation of short-chain fatty acids, example acetate and propionate, effects on satiety markers, and brain reactivity measured by fMRI. We collaborate with folks within the School of Medicine, the MU Metagenomics Center or DNA Core Facility, and the Cognitive Neuroscience Systems Core Facility. This is an exciting time in your academic journey. Good luck as you make this all-important decision regarding the next steps for your future career. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jill Kanaley. I'm a professor in nutrition and exercise physiology, and I'm an exercise physiologist by training. And my research is in the area of endocrinology, exercise endocrinology, and metabolism. And I study how diet and exercise affect metabolism in individuals who are obese and have type 2 diabetes. In particular, I'm interested in glycemic control, how we can use diet and exercise to get better glycemic control, in particular in people with either insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. My last grant has focused on manipulating the timing of exercise or the time of day that you exercise and looking at how it affects glycemic control, in particular through the overnight period. Most people really focus on what happens in response to the breakfast meal when they look at either diet and exercise on glycemic control, but I'm more interested in what's going on during the rest of the day, what's going on in the overnight period, because this is often where people really have a lot of difficulty controlling their glucose levels. I also look at all the hormonal responses that go with this, and so I am interested in how the hormonal responses tie with the glycemic control, in particular in individuals with insulin resistance. In more recent years, I've somewhat shifted my focus and added into it another lifestyle factor that's very important, and that's sleep. Most people don't get their required 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and we know that this has a very profound impact on glycemic control. What we're interested in is how sleep may affect your physical activity levels or your exercise intensity, and how down the road this can lead to insulin resistance. So my most recent work is putting all of this together. How is sleep, physical inactivity, and glycemic control coming and interacting together. And I'm very interested in how this affects insulin signaling and fat metabolism in both the adipose tissue and in the muscle. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Elizabeth Parks, and I'm a professor of nutrition in the Department of Nutrition and Exercise Physiology at the University of Missouri. Our laboratory studies the effect of body weight on health, and specifically how being overweight doesn't necessarily make the body unhealthy. Excess food intake when one is sedentary is more of a problem than when someone is active. So really, a person's body weight isn't tell us everything about their health. We're interested in how different people respond to diets differently. At the University of Missouri, in our department, we co-mentor students and frequently have graduate students work in one lab and then work underneath another lab as we do a collaboration. We've really got a nice way of figuring out how to support students to get them through the graduate years. I wish you best of luck and on your future goals, and thank you for your application.